Welcome back to another MMS 2016 sponsor interview. Today I'm joined by Platinum sponsor 1E, and representing 1E I have Dave Fuller. Hey Dave, how's it going?
Hey Lee, how's it going? Yeah, good here.
Good, great. So why don't we get started? I have to say right off the bat, MMS, we're very happy to have 1E back as a platinum sponsor this year. If you could just take a moment and tell us a little bit about 1E, what does 1E do very quickly? And then let's talk a little bit about your role in the company.
Yeah, perfect. Well, we're obviously very pleased to be back as well. So 1E, we're a software company. We are based in London. We've got offices in New York, in Dublin, and in Noida in India. As an organisation, we specialise in software lifecycle automation. What's that all about? Well, it's about the request, the acquisition, deployment, and securing and managing the application while it's been deployed, and then retiring it at the end of the life cycle. So we have software solutions that sort of encompass that whole life cycle. Some of those are built on the automation that's already provided by Configuration Manager. So, we've got a lot of pedigree and history with Microsoft Configuration Manager going right back to SMS. So a lot of the solutions are built on that, and some of them are sort of standalone as well. So myself, I've actually been with 1E for 17 years now. So wow. The company had only just started really when I joined. We're a small handful of consultants. So my background has been in Microsoft Systems Management. I started out with SMS 1.2 and sort of progressed through all of those different versions all the way through. And I've been involved with my time here at 1E. I think I've pretty much done just about every job. Started out primarily as a consultancy. As a consultant, so that was my first role for about the first 8 years. I did a bit of time running the consultancy practice. Had a great opportunity in back end of 2011, early 2012 to actually build and run our training practice here at 1E. Oh. So there might be people watching this that have attended some of our training courses, and that's still continuing on. But towards the end of last year, I moved over to the product marketing team to focus on our Windows 10 migration project.
Okay. All right, excellent. And you brought up Windows 10, and that's a great topic, and I think it's on the minds of many of our MMS attendees as well this year again. So are we going to be seeing any content, maybe some sessions, things like that at this year's MMS from 1E on the topic of Windows 10 migration? Are you going to be showing any products, anything like that? What do you have going on this year at the conference?
Yeah, definitely. Well, we got lots of sessions. I'll run through some of those in a minute. But what was interesting last year at MMS last year, we actually ran a survey that we got quite a good response from that. We actually then went on to run that publicly outside of MMS afterwards. And one of the key findings from that is that one of the most important things that's driving enterprise customers to go to Windows 10 is actually the security features. And one of the biggest challenges with that is that a lot of organizations are running Windows 7 on their machines at the moment. And in order to get those security features, you've got to have your machine running with UEFI. And a lot of the Windows 7 machines, because they didn't support UEFI primarily, they're running in legacy BIOS mode. So although the hardware supports it, most of the hardware that's been bought over the last 2 or 3 years supports UEFI, they're still running in a legacy BIOS emulation mode. So our solution, we're actually the only vendor that provides an end-to-end solution that automates that process. Again, it's built on Configuration Manager, but it offers user self-service to actually initiate the process through our app portal. And so the user can actually schedule their migration. We've actually done some really cool automation, so be looking out for some of that in some of Mike Terrell's sessions on automating that process of flipping from BIOS to UEFI, because if your machine's in that state, the other problem as well when you're doing that switch is that's going to require a wipe and load approach to your migration. You're going to have to, because you're going from BIOS to UEFI, you're going to actually have to repartition your disk, which means you lose everything. So we can do using USMC from within the config manager task sequence, we can do the user state migration And
Okay.
we can also intelligently reinstall the applications that the user had installed before. So we've got intelligence within our software to identify which applications not only were installed, but also what was actually being used by the user. So if an application was installed but not being used, we'd you wouldn't necessarily want to reinstall that back on. Maybe you want to upgrade from an older version to a newer version, or change completely. Maybe as a company you've decided you don't want to use WinZip, you want to go to 7-zip or something like that. So we can do those kind of intelligent application reinstallation, and we can do all of that without any distribution points and state migration points and Pixie service points in each of those remote locations. So that's really what the kind of 1E Windows migration story is all about. And so coming out, as I say, we've got a lot of sessions planned, scheduled in. So we've got one of the pre-conference sessions. Mike and Troy from 1E are joined by Johan and Michael Nystrom, and they'll be doing the pre-conference session on Windows 10 and Server 2016, The Force Awakens. We've got Troy Martin, who's recently done a series of blogs on our website on Device Guard, one of those security features in Windows 10 that requires UEFI. And also one with Mike, with Kent and Ronnie on updating your enterprise. So that's around delivering software updates and how to manage that. So we've got a really good span of different topics, some of them introducing some of the 1E solutions and how we actually integrate, and some of them specifically around Windows 10 technology and such. So good spread.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty great lineup there. And I know I'm sure you guys will have a big booth again this year, of course, as a Platinum sponsor. Probably one of my favorite areas to check out, just because you guys always had a really smart engineer like Mike or Troy there. So lots of great content from 1E this year. We're really happy to have you guys on board as a Platinum sponsor. So Dave, I want to thank you very much for taking the time today. I think it's after 5 p.m. where you are, so I'm going to let you go here for the day, and we'll see you. Maybe see you, and we'll certainly see all the other guys from MMS from 1E this year at MMS. So Dave, thanks again. Very happy to have you on board.
No problem. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you.